And that's exactly what you should be doing. Jakila is moving next to somebody so that you have two brains working at the same time on corrections. If you're getting anything, nobody got a 0 in here. That means that you know something, that you know enough to put you to the next level. Everybody in here figured out that they had to do some multiplication. What is x times x?
X squared.
X squared. Take a look. Did you have 18x squared, or did you just have 18x? Did you have minus 10x? Take a look at your paper. Take a look at your paper, match it up with what's up here. Don't look at me, look it up here. The corrections are an easy 100, and some people are not even doing them. All I need to see is that you've got the right answer, the right work, and that you know what you did wrong. That's an easy 100.
Mr. Gordon, you said the one with the slashing is the one that we got wrong, right?
Yeah, anything that doesn't say, anything that does not say +4 means that something went wrong. You see +1, +2, +3, something was wrong with it. So you need to do corrections.
So you said +4, right?
+4 is completely right. This would have gotten you +4. If you had done 18x squared minus 46x plus 20. This.
You're not. Yeah, just say just get back. Yeah, you have.
Right.
Right there, that's the right.
You already got right.
When did you get one?
Or which one?
For those stakes, alright. I mean, you get better than Rachel.
I don't know. Either way.
Which one is stakes there?
I got
Which one? I ain't made any, like, I don't know, like, clothes, Chris, none of them.
Chris, not even?
No.
I didn't we see you yesterday.
Huh?
We see you yesterday. Remember I was just in class yesterday? I know. That was-
Most of you knew.
Were you waiting for
Most of you knew that you had to multiply 4 times and then 6 times. Then you did the like terms incorrectly. Look at all of the exponents.
X over 5, X is
I'm doing well. I'll get you. I'll get there. After we're completely done, what you did in number 1, that's what you're going to practice. I have one worksheet practicing stuff like number 1. Chivante, you, for this problem, you did what you did up here. But notice this is a different section. Here, all you have is 2 things. You're not doing 4 multiplications, you're doing 1 multiplication. So this one, you did too much work.
There were flash. You can ask. No problem.
No,
I think no, you right now on the ones that I got wrong. I think
Trey, if you see +4, that's completely correct. Anything less than +4, you gotta be correct. If putting in corrections or putting in notebook grades changes your grade between now and when you get interims, you just have to sign your interim card. The interim grades are old news by the time you get it. It's useless in a computer age. By the time you get it, it's already different online. Question, Antoine? Look at the difference between 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. You're doing way more work up here. Figure out what went wrong. Most of you got 3 and 4 correct.
It's supposed to be cold.
No. See? See?
I've never had it yet.
I need everybody looking at number 5.
Oh, this to the 6 power.
For number 5,
6.
need everybody looking up here. If you're having trouble with these, do what I do. If you're not having success with what you're doing, try what I'm doing. What's the difference between the start of the problem and the first step? What's different about this and this? What have I changed? Number 5. There's no negative exponents. The negative exponent is telling you, move me. I moved this to the bottom. Now it's B5. I moved the A to the top. Now it's A1. Now I combine. What is A3 and A1? A4. What is B5 and B2? B7. That would get you half credit. What's left? Can you do 16 divided by 4?
1 vanilla.
Do I really need the 1 in front of the B? No. Take a look. You can keep the 1, doesn't matter. Stop me if you're not sure where something is coming from.
Where's that? But you.
Negative exponents mean move me. Jaleel, what's negative 8 squared?
He literally called it the not right.
What do I do with powers stacked on top of powers? You multiply them. X4, Y4. A lot of people got this wrong. What is 4 times 4 times 4?
$64.
64. A lot of people squared it for some reason. That would have gotten you half credit. What happens to the 64s?
Fell in love with the 7.
This still would only get you partial credit because we have X's and Y's floating around and on the top and the bottom. Where do you have more X's, top or bottom? Where do we have most X's, top or bottom? Bottom. What do you do when you have stuff on the top and the bottom and you're dividing? What do you do with those exponents? Subtract them. What is 9 minus 4? 5. Where are there more? There's more on the bottom. What about the Y's? Where are there more Y's? Top. Subtract 4 minus 3, you get 1. Done. Mr. Shot?
Who? Shot. Shot. We didn't even serve the shot. Oh,
I got plus 2.
This one down here? That's because you didn't apply the exponent to the 2/3, you only applied it to the h. You needed to do...
Okay, I think that. Okay, I mean,
okay, kids. I'm playing. Calm down.
How many people got half credit on number 7? A lot of people did not put the 4 onto the 2/3. Some people added the 3 and the 4 when you should have multiplied. That's fixable stuff. Every Wednesday, I'm available for retests. If you don't like how you did on this test, but think you can do better on a retest, come on a Wednesday. As long as you finish corrections on the first test, you can take a retest. Yes. I do retests on Wednesdays, but I stay after Tuesdays and Thursdays to prepare people for those retests.
With our grade, we replace the new grade.
As long as you do corrections on the first one, you're eligible to take that retest.
What if we do worse on the recess? What grade do you take? The highest one?
I just leave what's in there.
Sometimes you take like the most recent. So what do you mean 50? You get 47. What the? I'm gonna take 47.
Alright, I guess we're just gonna replace that 47. What were it? 6. So, I don't know what you were doing up there.
40 better 9. We got there for another 10. What?
I'm about to do it.
Everything gets that little -2. What do you do? What do you do with powers on top of powers? Multiply. Some people did this, and that's great. That'll get you half credit. What's wrong with this? What's there that shouldn't be there?
Negative on top.
What do you do with negatives? You move them. If one's on the top, you move it to the bottom. So that's got a negative exponent. Move it down here. The 6 has a negative exponent. Move it to the top. That's all a negative exponent is telling you to do. Move me, I shouldn't be here. It's meant to help mathematicians conserve space in textbooks. That's it. What else should I move? What else has a negative exponent?
Great.
Yep. What else do I need to move?
The negative exponent on the bottom. Without.
The B6 stays where it is. The A0 stays where it is. The B8 stays where it is. Rachel, what is 6 squared? 3 squared. What? Okay, I need phones put away. What is anything to the 0 power? 1. Do I really need it? Get rid of it. 1 is not going to change anything. So I got a 9, an A4, and a B8. We're almost there. We've got B's on the top and bottom. Yep.
If it's 1, shouldn't you have 1 be added to that A to the 4th and maybe A to the 5th?
They're next to each other.
Which
It's not A to the 1. It's actually 1. A to the 0 turns into a 1, not into A1. Where do you have more B's, top or bottom? What do you do with those exponents when it's division? Subtract. What's 8 minus 6? And there's more on the bottom, so that's where you put that number. Yes.
I got that. You looked it wrong. What number is that?
You probably still up.
I told you I got that. You like it? You like it?
Alright, let's put that on here.
What do you put a plus 20?
Yeah, write it down on here.
Like your sign is work up right, you can't do shit. What are you doing?
Yeah, check and see.
You stay.
See what you've got there. That should be correct. Next page. What?
This is more. What one of your students has got up right? And they were sleeping. And you woke them up. They got all these people when they were working.
You tap on the head and they gotta get up. Touchy feet. Oh, it's PC.
Start with that.
I only got plus 2 because a little icon is down.
This would get you half credit or 1 point because it's not scientific notation. If you did this times this, that gets you the first number. 10 to the 4th, 10 to the 6th gets you 10 to the 10th. How many times do I have to move the decimal?
2, 1.
1. Which way, left or right? That's left. If you're moving it to the left, that means that I'll put this plus 1, 11.
So I got 9, I subtract.
So, is that the only thing you did wrong?
Yep. The icon
That's
is 9.
that's fixable. Next one is
Is 16?
if you subtract 3 minus 9, you will get a negative 6. Move this, 3.5. We're moving it to the right. What happens when you move it to the right? Plus 1. Let's see, sorry, minus 1. To the right, minus 1, negative 7. Where's the beginning number coming from? It's coming from these two. Always take the first two.
Carl! I sound like that. God damn. That's what the bird said. That's so funny. That's Johnson. Johnson, like Johnson?
Did you subtract? Did you do 4 minus negative 4 to get a positive 8? This one, you didn't have to change at all because 4.5 is already between 1 and 10.
All brown today. All brown. Low stick box.
Oh my God, it's 44 years. Hey, shut the fuck up. Come on, man. Hey, yo, you can't do that in class. Splash. Splash, man, come on. It's not your thug life already.
Muddy, man.
Your uniform won't stop.
But that number 11. Yeah.
No, fuck.
11?
Yeah.
12.
No. Come on.
The decimal was originally here, then we moved it. It was here. I'm sorry, it was here. Moved it.
That's Christ.
Don't ever.
This was to the left. And number 12, you didn't have to move it at all.
Great scheme.
Catfish.
13 was C.
It's
14 was A, and 15 was A. C, A, and A to round off that page. I need people looking this way. If you're not sure where these answers are coming from, come and see me when everybody's working on double distribution. The chair will be next to my desk.
You're going to be like, I mean, there was hell in it. So, I mean, it's hard to but I mean, it's fine.
Next three. We have D, C, and C.
Okay. We staple this and we put it on the back, right?
Just plus 4.
You got it right.
Plus 4 is all correct.
Oh, cool. I got that right over there.
Wait,
I'm so sorry, you guys. I mean, you failed. Why do you sleep with me?
Yeah.
actually, it's sleep, eat, rape, repeat.
Last two on that page.
Just repeat.
D
Eat, rape, repeat.
and D. Chances are,
Go ahead, Miss Gordon.
next year, the year after, if you take Algebra 2 or AFDA, who plans on taking AFDA? Next year you'll have geometry, but the year after that, you'll either have AFTA or Algebra 2. Probably.
Can you make sure I get your class?
I can't make sure that
13.
I have no control.
What was 13? 13.
13 was C.
And what?
Chances are, in those courses, what you're gonna do looks like this page. We need to know all the rules, but usually, this is what you need to know in order to be successful in your algebra class. You don't need to know necessarily gigantic problems like
What's number 12?
this. This is for practice. This page is a little more closer to what you need in your science classes and your math classes. Last page. Last page. C, B, and C.
Oh, you leave her, that's true. No, but then 8 doesn't count.
They were asking you what you're putting in that exponent spot for those two problems. Last two.
Oh, okay. I didn't get
There's some of them where you got the whole problem wrong.
Take a look at what went wrong for the last two. Most of you got the first one. For 128, we wanted 64 times 2.
You got two knockers. What? I'm gonna lay her out there. I'm not.
Take a look. Did you forget to put in the little 3 in your answer? That was worth 1 point. Did you accidentally do the square root? The square root of 64 is 8, but we need the cube root. The cube root is 4. 4 times 4 times 4 gives you 64. Notice that we wanted 3s for this one. We wanted 2s for this one. We broke up the x3 into x2, x1. We broke up the x4 into x3, x1 because we wanted a 3.
Just put your finger all the way. I don't care. No, I didn't. I didn't.
If you have questions,
I see. This.
come up when everybody's working on this. Don't do anything yet. Don't do anything yet.
You go
Lay
back
up the
up.
stick.
Sure.
I know it's also.
You know what?